Hi, Game Guy. Congrats on getting first stream. I hope you're doing well today. Today, we are going to play more Skyrim. I haven't played it a bit, as you guys have noticed. Mostly keep getting sick. But I'm stubborn today. So, it is... where we left off. We just defeated the dragon for the first time. And now the Greybeards have summoned me to their monastery. And, I have a bunch of side quests to do. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to go do side quests instead. I'm a very side quest focused player. There's so many side quests to do. So we'll turn off that for now. We'll just see which one I come across soon.
Much, just a few septums.
Septums? Hi, Pony. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. Hi, Athena. Hi! I hope you're all doing well today. Don't currently have anything equipped. So you know, with my favorite Skyrim with my favorite of brain cells. Aw, shucks. Heck yeah. Let's go with you. Yeah. But
Are you feeling sick?
always. No, that's not what I meant. Wrong button.
Divine smile on you, friend.
Divine smile upon you. Heading home from work, but I'll be back when I get there. Alright. Sounds like a plan. Oh, what's in here? The bannered mare. The bannered mare is in here.
Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
Okay.
The security in Whiterun is terrible. Shameful is what it is.
I don't know about that, dude. I am wary. Finished One Piece live action season 2. Got Jack 3 PC port going and started V Rising again since the devs redone with it. Heck yeah. I hope your day calms down a bit. And you get to enjoy it. Thank you for the care package. Hi, Max. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. I hope you are well. I've got a stuffy nose. When greeting a card turns to violence. True. The impulsive thoughts almost got me.
I'm a bard by trade. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Hope it clears up. Me too.
Oh, Sadia.
Yes, Mom?
Where'd you learn to play?
There's a whole college up in Solitude where they teach the arts. Song, lute playing, poetry. I studied there myself. Had to leave over a misunderstanding with a headmistress. Well, more a misunderstanding with her husband.
What do you do
I'm a
around
bard,
here?
Trained at the Bard's College in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying.
I might.
It's the leaving that's hardest, I know.
I might. Why do I need to talk to you? You're not the Bard College. Talk to Michael about Chlorlata. Ah, okay. I need to tell you to buzz off.
I don't have much of a reputation in Skyrim yet, but I'm working on that. One sweet lady at a time.
Yeah, you need to leave her alone.
Carlotta put you up to this, didn't she?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but that fiery widow is mine. She just doesn't know it yet.
Shut your up. She's not yours. Stop this nonsense. Maybe we can come to an understanding. Leave her alone or else. Fine, forget I asked. She is not anyone's to own, dude.
Maybe you're right. I guess I just didn't want anyone to think I couldn't handle one Nord lass. On my honor, I won't bother Carlotta ever again.
Okay. Well, that.
Yeah, take care of yourself.
Thanks. That worked surprisingly well, actually. Thanks. Third-person button. I've been playing too much Sea of Thieves, you can tell. Right. Once I find Chlorata, I can... Yeah. Also, you guys weren't here for it, but I sneezed like 5 times during the starting soon screen. Alright, I'm here. Hello, Mr. Plant! Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. Where do we leave off on Skyrim? So, I just got summoned by the Greybeards to, talk about how I killed the dragon, I think? But I also have a bunch of side quests to do. And I like side quests. And I gotta tell Chlorata the guy's gonna leave her alone if I can find her.
Nothing.
That's cool. If I can find her. That's the $1,000,000 question. Honestly, a really cool quest. Heck yeah. She's in the inn? She wasn't. Wait. No, that was the tavern, wasn't it? This is the tavern. Yeah. Yeah, she wasn't inside there. She should be in that tavern there. No, she's not. Because the guy who I'm getting her to leave her alone was in there. House Greymane. No. How did I do this? She's gotta be around somewhere, right? Alright, you're Greymare. Go into the quest menu and declick some of the quests. That way the markers lead you properly. True, true. I don't want to break into her house. Well, time to wait outside her house all night. Clearly that's not creepy. Just time skip to like noon. I can do that? Check keybinds. Settings. Gameplay. No. Display? Might be N? Nope. Controls. T is wait. Okay. Gave me like noon. That's not like quite noon, but she's moved anyway.
If you need potions, you should try Arcadia's cauldron.
Okay. Once 8 a.m. hits, shops and people are open. Okay. There she is. Hi.
You look a bit.
Life's hard enough with all these men propositioning me. But that bard is the worst.
He won't be bothering you anymore.
Really? You convinced that lute player to stop chasing me?
I hope so.
I'd thank the gods, but I'll settle for thanking you. Here's some coin for your help.
Thank you.
Remember,
Isolde, was it? What brings you to the market?
Yay.
I'm here to buy food. Nathan.
Mostly.
I suppose you don't need to worry about that.
Owning a farm does have its advantages.
Finest cuts, fresh from the wild.
Alright, but... Now then, I guess I speak to the leader of the companions? No? Why not? I know that's in town, at least.
Looking to do some hunting, eh? Avoid Brittleshin Pass. It's southeast of here.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Brittleshin Pass. That's still not the interact button. Alright, Hello! I'm here to make a fool of myself.
Oh, I'm just a servant, dear. You want to talk to one of the companions, I'm sure. I've been tending to the warriors of your Vaskar for as long as I can remember.
Who are the companions?
A good bunch of men and women who make too much a mess, if you ask me.
Ah. How rude.
Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye.
But
Hello.
we still hear the call of the blood.
We all do. It is our burden to bear. But we can overcome.
Eh?
You have my brother and I, obviously. But I don't know if the rest will go along quite so easily.
Leave that to me.
Hello. I'm a nuisance.
A stranger comes to our hall.
Where do you stand on the war?
Politics are something best avoided. I prefer more personal confrontations myself.
Why did you join the companions?
Like most of our band, I found this family after losing my own. I traveled the length and breadth of this land, learning all I could of the sword and the axe. I was just a boy, but I had the fire of a man in my heart. Eventually, my body caught up to my spirit. My predecessor, Askar, found me in Hammerfell. I was serving as a bodyguard for some weak-necked lord out there. He brought me back here, and I realized that I was actually coming home. I worked to bring honor to this family, and to the family that I lost. For my mother, my father, and my grandfather. For all my shield siblings. Family and honor. That's what it means to be one of us, girl.
I like family. Who are the
Your
companions?
question carries more weight than you may know, newcomer. The sort of things some of us spend our lives pondering. The difference between a noble band of warriors and a ragged bunch of assassins is as thin as a blade's edge. I try to hold us to the right path.
I would like to join the companions.
Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you.
Do dainty little spin.
Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting her.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in your Vaskar for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference.
I exist.
What matters
Sometimes.
is their heart.
Occasionally.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, girl?
I can handle myself.
That may be so. This is Vilkas. He will test your arm. Vilkas, take her out to the yard and see what she can do.
Aye.
Yay, you get to beat me up. Aren't you excited? Okay, now this is the correct button.
Not here. Out in the yard. Come on.
Okay. He's just like, that was the first time he actually turned around to look at me after I pulled it out, and he's like, wait, what? Hello.
The old man said to have a look at you. So, let's do this.
Hello.
Just have a few swings at me so I can see your form. Don't worry, I can take it.
Okay.
What do you think this is? We don't do battle with magic around here, new blood. Now come at me. You're mine. What do you think this is? By sneer you won't. What do you think this is? We don't do battle with magic around here, new blood. Now come at me.
Wait. Okay, so I think the axe might be, Wait, are you undead? Hold on. Right, well, I can get the warhammer out. That's fine.
There you go. Not bad. Next time won't be so easy. You might just make it. But for now, you're still a whelp to us, new blood. So you do what we tell you. Here's my sword. Go take it up to Yorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are.
Okay. I'm on errands. Yippee! Hello.
What brings you here?
Vilkas sent me here with his sword.
I'm guessing you're the newcomer then.
You might have heard me swinging at him. I'm just doing what I'm asked.
That attitude would get you far, if you were some stuffy merchant or a Jarl's footstool. Around here, you'll want to learn to live your own life. Remember, nobody rules anybody in the companions.
But I like doing what I'm told. Are you a companion?
Not actually a companion myself, but none of them know how to work a forge properly, and I'm honored to serve them. My name is Yorlin Greymane. I work the Skyforge. Best steel in all of Skyrim. All of Tamriel.
Nice. Someone has to be in charge, though.
Well, I'm not sure how they've managed it, but they have. No leader since Ysgramor. Kodlak is the Harbinger, and he's a sort of advisor for the whole group. But every man is his own. Every woman, her own.
I'll need to be going.
I have a favor to ask.
Oh, okay. Oh, what's up?
I've been working on a shield for Aela. My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. I'd be much obliged if you could take this to Aela for me.
Yes. I'm happy to lend a hand.
Well done.
Ayla! Ayla, your shield!
You look awful. Better not get me sick.
I am incapable. I think. I don't know why every character is just telling me I look sick. This keeps happening, though.
I'm just a servant, dear. You want to talk to one of the companions, I'm sure.
Probably, I don't know. I just got here. Open. Hello. Seem to be interrupting. Hi.
Ysgramor himself wouldn't have the patience to deal with all the rabble around here.
I have your shield.
Ah, good. I've been waiting for this. Wait, I remember you. So the old man thinks you've got some heart, I guess.
You know this one? I saw her training in the yard with Vilkas.
Ah, yes. I heard you gave him quite a thrashing.
I hit him with a hammer.
Do you think you could handle Vilkas in a real fight?
I don't care for boasting.
A woman who lets her actions speak for her. I knew there was something I liked about you.
Thanks.
Here, let's have Farkas show you where you'll be resting your head.
Thanks.
Farkas. Did you call me?
Of course we did, Icebrain. Show this new blood where the rest of the whelps sleep.
Hi.
New blood? Oh, I remember you. Come on, follow me.
Thanks. I'm glad that they actually remember I talked to everyone before.
But they're good people. They challenge us to be our best. Nice to have a new face around. It gets boring here sometimes.
Thanks, my face is fuzzy.
I hope we keep you. This can be a rough life. The quarters are up here. Just pick a bed and fall in it when you're tired.
Will do.
Selma will keep the place clean. She always has. Alright, so here you are. Looks like the others are eager to meet you. Come to me or Ayala if you're looking for work. Once you've made a bit of a name for yourself, Skjor and Vilkas might have things for you to do. Good luck. Welcome to the Companions.
Thanks.
By the way, if you're looking for something to do, we've gotten a letter about someone needing some muscle right here in Whiterun Hold. I don't know what the fight is about, and that's not our business anyway. I just need you to go out there, look tough, and scare this milk drinker into submission. No more than that. I don't want to hear about a killing, understand?
You got it.
Try not to get carried away. By the way, if you're looking for something to do...
Again?
Skjor says that I have the strength of Ysgramor, and my brother has his smarts.
I didn't do it. Hi.
You should probably be in bed. You're looking a bit under the weather.
Maybe.
I'm still trying to figure out why Skjor let you in the first place.
Just means I can show you the ropes.
What does it mean to be a companion?
Just because you've been accepted here so quickly, don't think I'm gonna help you rise any faster.
Oh.
Fight well, don't be a lout, and you'll be fine. You don't need my help.
Can you train me to block?
I can. It might save your life.
Okay, wow, that's a lot. You know what? Sure. Thanks.
All right then.
Oh, hey there. I killed a bear yesterday. Did you kill anything?
I think it was a mammoth. Maybe a dragon.
Oh, got more to say.
What does it mean to be a companion?
So much. This group, this family, this band. This is the best thing I've ever been a part of. The oldest fighting group in Skyrim, and nothing but glory from Ysgramor's day to our own. To be counted in that line is a bit of immortality. Even if I never see Sovngarde, I'll have that much.
Heck yeah.
All right then.
If the Circle vouches for you, I'm sworn to respect their judgment. But that doesn't mean I like it.
Don't kill her!
The latest recruit, right? Wait, is that right?
Yes, it is right.
It means when I have troubles, I always have someone on my side. We have shield siblings to keep our backs as dangerous as our fronts, I think.
I've returned. Welcome back, Pony! Well, I'm happy to be your
Alright then.
back guard. I don't know. Hi.
I never thought they would actually let me join the Companions. But now it looks like they're letting anyone in these days.
Why did you join the companions?
Fortune and glory, friend. Fortune and glory.
Fair enough. What does it mean to be a companion?
Fortune and glory.
That's not
friend.
what I meant.
Fortune and glory. It means signing on for the Nord ideas of how to live your life. Honor, battle, glory, all that. Even an elf can be born with the heart of a Nord. Skjor said when I joined. I think he meant it as a compliment.
Alright, cool.
Until next time.
Peace. You know, they keep saying, hey, maybe you should sleep.
I'm still trying to figure out why Skjor let you in the first place.
I don't know, I apparently look like I'm
I
a
was
wet
the newest
cat.
companion until you came along. I guess that's okay. Just means I can show you the ropes.
Yes! Give me, like, 15 hours, sure. Maybe I'll look less terrible and people will stop commenting on it.
You should probably be in bed. You're looking a bit under the weather.
Apparently not.
I'm still trying to figure out why Skjor let you in the first place.
Nope, 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 put it away! I keep accidentally taking out my axe. Alright, but I do have a new quest. Because violent tendencies are coming out. Oh no! Tries to pick up jar, takes out axe instead. Whoops! That's nice, dude.
Been seen in the company of the companions. That's an honorable path you're on, friend.
Thank you. Tries to drink some water, axes everyone. Exactly! Oh no!
Greymane or Battleborn?
What?
Got stones in your ears? I asked what side you're on. Greymane or Battleborn?
Don't know what you're asking.
New in town, huh? Whiterun's got two clans, both old and both respected. Difference is, the Greymanes turned their backs on the Empire, and we Battleborn stayed loyal. So I'll ask again, Greymane or Battleborn?
I don't know. You know, I feel like this is a question I've been wrestling with, wrestling. I've been toiling with for a while now, but I don't know what my answer should be. Alright, chat. Greymane, Battleborn, or I'm not picking sides. I feel like I'm not picking sides gonna get me called a coward. I must consult the oracles.
Long live the Empire.
Oh. Okay. Apparently I took too long.
Trouble?
Always.
Stormcloaks, Imperials, Dragons. Ain't no matter to me what I kill. Let them come.
Alright. You still have a quest marker. I don't even remember what the quest is. Hired muscle. Oh, I gotta intimidate? I'm not intimidate him! I was gonna say choose who you feel is better, then he walked away. Yeah, I'll leave him be for now. Let's... Far away is that one? Seemingly not too far. Wait, hold. Whoa. There is a map. I just pressed M on instinct. In the world's map, locations that you have discovered have light icons, while locations that you've only heard about have dark icons. Got it. Oh. How do I turn it off? Oh. I see. Remove it. There we go. Alright then.
Got to keep my eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any time.
True. You know, I should go check on the Walking Dead over here. So how far away is that? Not even on the map. Way out there. In the mountains. Alright. Sure. Let's go mountain climbing.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of mead.
Oh, do I have mead? I hope I have mead. I do! Would you like some? Wait, no, that's wine, not mead. Sorry. I got excited, and then I was wrong. Alright. We're going mountain climbing today. Because undead. Gonna have so many levels before we get to the main story. It's gonna be nuts. So up there in the mountains is our destination. Time to find out if Yuki the Khajiit is any good at mountain climbing. I know Yuki the feline co-commentator is pretty good at climbing things. Game's like, you're not a goat. And I'm like, you don't know that? A side note for stream tomorrow. I am quite excited because I have Goat Sim 3 and I really want to play Goat Sim 3. Why am I? Enough! No. How first? on first persons. There we go. Mushroom. Oh, I can actually use my other... Actually, that's a good idea. Especially given I'm trying to stop some zombies? Question mark? Oh, hello. Who put this village here? Probably the villagers, if I had to guess. Crab! I see what cats do with crabs. Don't! Fine. Do not bite my face with your claw. Crab claw. Crab. Huh? Hello. Hello.
Hey, no fair! Get her, Stump!
Oh. Hi.
The Greybeards have summoned the Dragonborn to High Hrothgar. Such a thing has not happened for hundreds of years.
Yeah. Yeah. Why are you here? Oh wait, because I asked for defense for this town. Yes, that's right. I wonder what they look like under those masks. Hazel. That would hurt if I just did that. Thistles have spines, like thorns. All thistly. Snowberries. A fox. Show me the car, fox. I think this is up. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm sure going there. Welcome. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? What'd you get up to? For anyone who hasn't met me before, hello, I'm Athena Saibo. I'm a brain cell and also a variety streamer. It's me. You know, I should take the dagger, actually. I do need a smaller weapon. What the? That sure is a charged skeever. Okay. Ooh, a book. Block increased to 19. Let's go. Warrior by Revan. But yes, I'm currently playing Skyrim. I'm on my way to a place where there's gonna be zombies. It's just what I look like on Sunday nights. Or I hear that. Hi, Gia. This is the third book in a 4-book series. If you have not read the first 2 books, Beggar and Thief, you would be well advised to do so. I've read Thief! I've read Thief! Saibo the Earl did not know much of his past, nor did he care to. As a child, he had lived in Ergob, but the kingdom was very poor and taxes were as a result very high. He was too young to manage his abundant inheritance, but his servants, fearing that their master would be ruined, moved him to Jalenham. No one knew why that location was picked. Some old maid, long dead now, had thought it would a good place to raise a child. No one else had a better idea. There may have been children with a more pampered, more spoiled existence than young Suibud, but that is doubtful. As he grew, he understood that he was rich, but he had nothing else. No family, no social position, no security at all. Loyalty, he found out on almost more than one occasion, cannot truly be bought. Knowing that he had but one asset, a vast fortune, he was determined to protect it and, if possible, increase it. Some otherwise perfectly nice people are greedy, but Suibud was that rare ancient accident of nature of breeding who has no other interest but acquiring and hoarding gold. He was willing to do anything to increase his fortune. Most recently, he had begun secretly hiring mercenaries to attack desirable properties and then buying them when no one wanted to live there anymore. The attacks would then, of course, cease, and Suibud would have profitable land which he had purchased for a song. It had begun small with a few farms, but recently he had begun a more ambitious campaign. In north-central Skyrim, there is an area called the Alto, which is of unique geographical interest. It is a dormant volcanic valley, surrounded on all sides by glaciers, so that the earth is hot from the volcano, but the constant water drizzle and air is frigid. A grape called Jagbe grows there comfortably, and everywhere else in Tamriel it withers and dies. Strange Shrine Yurdis is privately owned, and the wine produced there is thus rare and extremely expensive. It is said that the Emperor needs the permission of the Imperial Council to have a glass of it once a year. I'm hop off to wrap some things up. You have fun. Alright, take care, Sarah! Have a good one! In order to harass the owner of the Alto into selling his land cheap, Suibud had to hire more than a few mercenaries. He had to hire the finest private army in Skyrim. Hi, playing some Skyrus Collector 50. Main plot someday, maybe, I see? Yes! Hello, Lunar! Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. Suibud did not like spending money, but he had agreed to pay the general of the army, a woman called Lysifritra, a gem the size of an apple. He had not given it to her yet. Payment was to be delivered on the success of the mission. He had trouble sleeping knowing that he was going to be giving up such a prize. He always slept during the day as he would watch his storehouse by night when he knew thieves were about. That brings us up to this moment when, after a fitful sleep, Suibud woke up at about noon and surprised a thief in his bedroom. The thief was Islaf. Islaf had been contemplating a leap from the window, 100 feet down, into the branches of a tree beyond the walls of the fortified palace, and a tumble into a stack of hay. Anyone who has ever attempted such a feat will testify that it takes some concentration and nerve to do such a thing. When he saw that the rich man sleeping in the room had awakened, both left him, and Islaf had slipped behind a tall ornamental shield and on display to wait for Suibud to go back to sleep. Suibud did not go back to sleep. He had heard nothing, but he could feel someone in the room with him. He stood up and began pacing the room. Suibud paced and paced, gradually deciding that he was imagining things. No one was there. His fortune was safe and secure. He was returning to his bed when he heard a clunk. Turning around, he saw that the gem, the one he was to give Sitrifa, on the floor by the Atamoran cavalry shield. A hand reached out from behind the shield and grabbed it up. Thief! Suibud cried out, grabbing a jeweled Akaviri katana from the wall and lunging at the shield. The fight between Azalf and Suibud will not go down in the annals of great duels. Suibud did not know how to use a sword, and Azalf was no expert at blocking with a shield. It was clumsy. It was awkward. Suibud was furious, but was psychologically incapable of using the sword in any way that could imagine its finest filigree, reducing its market value. Azalf kept moving, dragging the shield with him, trying to keep it between him and the blade, which is, after all, the most essential part of any block. Suibud screamed in frustration as he struck at the shield, bumping its way across the room. He even tried negotiating with the thief, explaining that the gem was promised to a great warrior named Lysitrifa, and that if he would give it back, Suibud would happily give him something else in return. Azalf was not a genius, but he did not believe that. By the time Suibud's guards came to the bedroom in response to their master's calls, he succeeded in backing the shield into a window. They fell on the shield, having considerable more expertise with their swords than Suibud did, but they discovered that there was no one behind it. Azalf had leaped from the window and escaped. As he ran heavily through the streets of Jalinhim, making jingling noises from the gold coins in his pockets and feeling the huge den chafe where he had hidden it, Azalf did not know where he should go next. He knew only that he could never go back to that town, and he must avoid this warrior named Siegfrieda, who had claims on the jewel. Azalf Errol's story is continued in the book King. Fascinating. Gold! Lockpicks. Yay. Take that. Thank you. Search. Cabbage. Sure, I'll take cabbage. Anyway. Ha. Darn. That didn't go how I hoped it would. This will go interesting. I mean, I am trying to climb a mountain here. Oh dear. And I have no equipment to do such a thing. Not that this is a game meant for mountain climbing, I think. Up, 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 up. Come on. Up, up, up. Come on. Come on. Come on. I can do it. I believe. Come on. Biggest threshold yet. Come on. Let me up. Come on. You wanna let me up. I promise. You do. Up, 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 up. Come on. Come on. Let me up, let me up, let me up. Almost there. Come on. I can even see the building, I think. Need more stamina so you can spam jump. It's not even prompting that I'm, like, using any stamina. There's just nothing to jump off of here. Oh dear. Oh dear. I slipped. Oh, okay. Really? Dang. It took me all the way back here. At least go here. I learned there was fast travel in this game, like yesterday. Okay, give me a quick save on that. Thank you. Okay, there it is. Alright, back to mountain climbing. These zombies sure know how to put their house into place. Whew. Hard to conquer these evil deeds. I hope I have a Fitbit. Oh heck, it's snowing. Fort Newgarad discovered. Ooh. Hello? There are humans here. Uh-oh. Okay! Ow! Stop. Cease! Ooh, gold. Oh yeah, I don't have the dagger anymore, do I? Give me that. Lockpick. Gold, lockpick. Good. Gold. Man, I really interrupted you guys. Oh, hi! Are you aggroed?
Yes? You picked a bad time to get lost.
There we go.
It's all clear now.
He was like... he was so chill, and then he wasn't. I don't know why they're attacking me. Or why there's a bear paw on my map now. Alright, I'll pick up that waypoint and then I will... go about my way because I don't think I'm ready for that yet. I used to walk like you until I took an arrow in the knee. Hello, burritos and basketball. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. I don't even know if I'm going the same way. This doesn't feel like the same way. Or look like the same way, I think. Alright, obligatory arrow to the knee reference made. Alright. Did I go the wrong way? Oh no. Oh, a cave. Hi. Friend or foe?
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
What have you got for sale? Oh, no.
Take a look.
Got deer hide, goat hide, and a horker husk. And, like, no gold.
Aye.
Thanks for not killing me. I appreciate it. A modest shame discovered. Yeah, this is definitely the wrong way. I think. Yeah. Okay. Let's try and be smart about this. I'm going to climb a mountain like a fool. I'm going to be smart about it. Or something. Up, 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 up. Go. Almost. Damn it. A little more. There we go. Okay, actually, no. Let's just go back. Oh, hello. Yeah, I gotta go. Quite a ways. I don't know how I got so turned around though.
They're mine.
What? Why? What happened? Oh, it's the rabbit. I'm fine. I'm fine. I got so scared.
Can't hide from me.
Go get him, dude. Go get him.
No sign of him.
Dude took out his arrow and started like aiming towards me, but it was the rabbit next to me that he was actually aiming at. That scared me. Something tells me that's an accident. Hey yo, Spyro, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. Oh. I have no intention of whatever it is you think I'm doing. Fish. Mine. I am, and hope you are too, and getting a healthy dose of FOSing and rowing. Yes. I haven't actually screamed. I keep forgetting I can scream now. I don't remember how to scream. Good thing I didn't do so when the hunter was around, though, because that would have not gone how according to plan. Like, at all. Okay. We have made it past those guys. Quick save. Up there in the mountains, I take it, is where our destination will be. But first, a road. This is a pretty game. I worked very hard on all these wilderness textures. And the lighting. Oh, they're hunters. Are they? Oh. Oh, okay, they're not hunters. Thank you. You.
You're looking a little rough around the edges. You take a look.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Man. That that did not go how I anticipated it to. We should be coming to our destination here sooner than later, though. I hope. Maybe? There's a building over there. Let's go check out the building. Let's go check out the building. I'm curious. Curiosity killed it. Could you? But satisfaction brought it back, you know. It's a door. Okay. Now I'm more curious. Oh no. It's hemkin windy. Uh-oh. I've been aggroed on by something. Oh, multiple somethings. I see. Yep, they're zombies. Oi. Hey, you know. Well, that went about as well as it was probably going to. You know, maybe that's not the side quest I should be doing right now. Seems, you know, a bit hard. You need to get this. Yeah. Alright, where's that on the map? Up there. At Orphan Rock. Yes, please. I'm going to get very lost if I don't. Wait. There's a path, isn't there? I remember thinking there was a path. the rockin' orphan. I guess will I need to find a mommy rock and a daddy rock for it? Is that... what? Sparkling. Oh, I'm so getting kidnapped by the Fae. Oh, gosh. Eh? Dragon's tongue? Wisp wrappings. Huh. Understood, leaving. The music said so, I gotta go, bye! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Witch? Where's the witch?
You remind me of my cousin's cat. Killed that too.
Oh dear.
No more. Yield, I yield.
Really? Promise? She did not promise. She made no such promise. Well. Noted. All right. Where am I? Helgen is probably your best bet. This girl did not promise. Yet I thought she did. Thank you for the care package. You know, I should probably have this out. Just ready. Ah, yes, I remember scrambling up these rocks. Not alone. Why is Orphan Rock populated by witches? Oop. Oh. Red. Sure.
I'm going to enjoy killing you.
I have terrible news, ma'am. About your plans for me. Oh, ma'am, I'm sure you have nothing but the best of intentions, but... No, thank you. Orphan Rock discovered. Ow! No! Ow! There I go. Again. I should have quick saved while I was at the top of the rock. I really should have. Or after I killed those witches. You can adopt up to 2... What? I can... Huh now? Ooh. I haven't given up yet. I just need nettle root. I think. Wait, what am I getting? Nettlebane! I'm getting Nettlebane! Oh, I know this quest. Yeah. Okay. Quick save here. Ah. Uh-oh. Someone spotted my furry butt. It might be gravity. Okay, well, this is... I really don't have any health potions? Huh. Did I use them all? I must have.
Oh, scared him off. You should probably be in bed. You're looking a bit under the weather. Thanks. And it's great.
Oh, that didn't go right. Ah, hey! Ooh. What the heck? Hmm. What if I wear the cloak? Will they think I'm one of them? I don't think they will, but if they did, that would be nice. Eh. Oh. I am normal. I am a member of your organization. I belong here. Why are you blowing up the rocks? Look, I just want plant. Why are you... Why are you the quest marker? Well, okay. So I did not fool them. Take that off. Wait. What did... Oh. There it is. See, now I want to play Skyrim. I'm so sorry. Well, sounds like I'm on a hunting trip. Pick them off one by one if I can.
You think you stand a chance?
Maybe. I'm also immortal. That helps. Thanks for giving my arrows back. Nobody else in our group wants to be the party wizard. I suppose I will be a lightning mage or something. Heck yeah. Oh, like that? Exactly. Don't mind me. I missed. Okay, let's get my health up, and then we will continue. We can proceed when I'm not dying. I mean, not that I'm safe, but... You know the basic heal spell? No? Oh, wait, yes. How do I use magic again? Okay. Why do I have my shield up? Big replica and basically an infinite source of healing as long as you have mana. Okay. This sneak stuff is going great. Ooh, a bear trap. Oh, I'm totally gonna forget that I did that later. Nightshade, not quite. Orphan rock discovered. Also, if you haven't already, you can favorite any weapon spell, and then I believe you can access them by pressing Q. Oh, nice. Favorite. On game, press Q to open the favorites menu, which allows you to quickly use or equip items you have marked as your favorites. Okay. Noted. That way you can basically change weapons, not unlike how you do TF2 unironically, lol. Heck yeah. Oh dear. Healing. Healing? Healing. Yes, I remember this fight. Lol. Oh shoot, there's two. Ah, darn it.
Scared him off. You should probably be in bed. You're looking a bit under the weather.
You can't do that, man! Alright, so there's one more witch around. Oh, I need to reset my favorites. To be fair, NPCs say that when you have a disease. I have a disease? Effects tabs under spells. Active effects. I apparently have a not good at lockpick disease. Okay. Ataxia. Okay. Means your fingers are messed up. Oh no. Gold. Oh, they're traps. I see. Nope, I'm detected. Oof, those are spikes. Oh, yay. Level up, choose an attribute to advance. Magicka, health, or stamina? What are we picking? Leveling up always restores your health to full HP, by the way. Oh, nice. I'm just pretty sure I also take like a hit from the witch and from the what's her face? The hag raven, and it's done. So if you ever do it mid-fight, you can save your bacon. Heck yeah. I guess I'll save? Nope, I can't actually. I actually have to pick. What would be most beneficial, do we think, chat? Magicka, health, or stamina? Probably health. Right now? I say health, but I'm biased. Yeah. I'll go with health. Okay. I think all the witches are dead, so now it's just the hag raven. Yeah, that one. Oh, that... I'm so glad I quick saved. This Hag Raven has a thermonuclear bomb. Let's go stamina if I can't die if I can't catch you. True. This tree has betrayed me. Oh, there he goes. Okay. Jeez. Okay, well, this is... Well, I'm basically making myself into a little beacon for her every time I heal, it feels like. Well, that didn't work. Maybe rush her down and get in close with the big axe? Maybe. Hold on. Be gone! Ooh, nettlebane. Save, save. I don't know what that is, but I'm taking it anyway. I saved so hard, I saved twice. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. I should probably, yeah. Yeah. I've learned how to fast travel. It's great. Now to return the thing. The thing.
I work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, the hard work.
Good for you.
What do you need, my friend?
Probably a lot of things.
You know what's wrong with Skyrim these days? Everyone is obsessed with death.
That is fair.
So, have you gotten Nettlebane back from those filthy hag ravens yet?
Here you go.
Oh, well, I honestly didn't expect you to come back. Of course, I'm glad you did. Now, I don't really want to touch that thing, though. Do you think you could handle the next steps?
Okay. What needs to be done?
Eldergleam Sanctuary Grove is to the east of here. You can use Nettlebane to retrieve some of its sap.
You got it. Wait, did you just stick?
Great.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't worry, it'll be better soon. You just put me up to that? You just sent me on a death mission? Are you for serious? Or are you JK? Guess she wants to keep the pure part of her name really badly. Hail! I guess she's for serious. Actually, before I leave...
Divine smile on you, friend.
And you! I need to... get more food.
No offense, but you're not looking so good. Are you feeling ill?
Look at my hands, Sigurd. Look at my hands and ask me that again. I can't lockpick.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day?
Oh, sure.
My friend Maven and I... Have you met Maven in Riften? We know our place in this world. Know the place of others, too.
Do you know the place of the leaks in the
You
world?
should talk to Adrian at the forge.
Okay.
Ripe fruit and fresh vegetables for sale. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Thank you, Clarata. You're amazing. Oh, cabbage. You know, I don't want the leeks. Thank you.
Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
Thank you.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know, even if you are my elder.
I'm glad. Don't be afraid of me. I'm weird. I for some reason I thought he was like stanced up, and I was like, oh, okay. You know, I might be trying to be a stealth archer, but I'm not very stealthy.
All for sale at fair prices.
Hey.
The roads of Skyrim lead to many dangers.
Indeed.
Fortune smiles upon this meeting.
I've heard you've been running into trouble along the road.
It is all in this note.
Ah, thanks. Why so the grids in Skyrim?
An astute question, for we are far from home, and this is a cold, hard land. The wise trader finds the best opportunities, even if he must travel far to find them. Skyrim is a ripe opportunity indeed.
I think this is the
dragons
first...
and the war have scared many other traders away, but for those with courage, there is much profit to be made.
Uh-huh. I think this is the first time I've seen other Khajiit.
Take a look.
Thank you. Oh, you got weapons. Cork bulb arrow. Aw. Bow of Scorching burns the target for 15 points. Takes targets on fire take extra damage. Ooh. Shocks. Apparel. Ooh. I barely have enough for that. Let me look at everything else you have, and hopefully I remember you have that. Yeah, give me. Thank you.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
Thank you. And yours as well.
How high the mountains of Skyrim rise.
Indeed.
The wind blows bitter cold in this place.
Can you train me to sneak?
They'll never see you coming.
You'll never see you coming. I have 3 gold.
I hope that you will come to do business with us again.
Yes. Shock damage drains the target mana. FYI, good for beating up mages. Aha.
A welcome to you, fellow traveler.
Hello.
The warm sand of elsewhere is far away from here.
Elsewhere is sandy?
Hmm?
Hmm.
A peaceful greeting to you.
And you as well.
Hmm? How can I assist? Hmm? Khajiit has wares, if you have coin.
How can I assist? Hmm?
I do not have coin. I have 3 coin. I still have enough coin.
Tools, wares, and weapons, all for sale at fair prices.
Oh, wait! I nearly forgot. The Saints Bandit Camp. Locate the Seducer's Bandit Camp? Okay. The roads have been unkind to this one. Plagued by outlaws along the route from Whiterun to Markreth. Guards travel with Rhysand, yes, but they are ill-equipped to deal with one such as this. They wield strange golden weapons and wear gleaming armor. Rhysand has read of such things only in stories. Their encampment is found just west of North Brittleshin Pass. Each time they set upon us, they shout, "The Saints would like to browse your wares today." The brutes steal mostly trinkets and oddities, no matter how cheap this one knows them to be. Then they allow Rysand to go on his way. Rysand has not yet fought back. While it has harmed this one's coin purse, it is not worth a life. Rysand has heard of another gang patrolling the roads further north, calling themselves the Seducers. They are known for their menacing dark armor. Skyrim grows more perilous by the day. They are known to camp along the road west from Fort Kazvat. This one would pay handsomely to any who would help. Rysand fears for any who might come to harm at the hands of these worrisome pests. Interesting. Here to make the roads of Skyrim safe again. It's kind of strange getting an idea of what my character, like, actually sounds like vocally. At least assuming I'm actually from elsewhere and, like, not born in Skyrim. Whiterun's pretty. And this river is soggy. Ooh, right in the mouth. Ooh, gold. Ooh. Oh, what did I take off? You know, I think this is gonna work more. I seem to be leaning more into the stealth archer build at the moment. Which might be a little silly of me, but here we are. Oh no. Corpse note. That's not a corpse note. Books. Corpse note. If you are reading this, then I am most likely dead. A group of bandits ransacked my home and took most everything valuable I own. The worst is they took a pendant that has been in my family for many generations. Most of my family is dead, so that pendant was the last connection I had with any of them. I'm going after those scoundrels and getting my pendant back, even if it is the death of me. Stealth archer being everyone's default is kind of a meme, but it's funny because it's true. Heck yeah. It's so just simple to fall into, though. What the heck? What's that thing? Oh, it's a skeever. Can't even have my arrow back. Really good perk to invest in is one that slows time when you have an arrow drawn. Okay. You know, I haven't done any perks, I'm pretty sure. Because, like, I don't know what any of them do, and there's so many, and I got overwhelmed. There's so many. So basically, they go bottom to top. You have to invest in the ones at the bottom to get to the better ones near the top. Oh. Pressing block while aiming will zoom in your view. Zooming in with your bow slows time by 25%. Okay. Okay. I think I want that. Oh, I need to do all of it before... Wait, what? Am I not allowed to upgrade it more? No, you just need to hit level 30 archery. Oh. Got it. What else should I level up? Probably speech, right? Speech would be a good one to have. Each perk has required levels so you can make min-max. Got it. Yeah, spreading them around is a good idea. Yeah. And... Sure. Yeah, okay. Uh-oh. What you doing? Push-ups? You're like dogs. You don't need push-ups. Even in a scenario where you have a very specific idea in mind for how you want to build your character, you would still want to pick like a half a dozen or so skill trees to invest in. Okay. Maybe Oh. What? Oh. I thought it was like some weird fanged beast, and I was like, oh no. Alright. I could sell these, at least. Yeah, I wasn't really looking to go giant hunting at the moment. Do.
I'm on my way to Solitude to join the Legion. A united empire is better for everyone.
Join the Imperial Legion. Okay.
I want to be on the right side. I was born and raised in Skyrim, but the Nords treat us like dirt. I want to be on the right side.
Huh. You know, that's fair enough, dude. Do what you gotta do. Fort Almal discovered. Yay. Hello, Foxy. Arrah. 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 Oh, hi.
Need something?
Always.
Need something?
Oh, I didn't realize how many people there were here. Also, I interrupted her dialogue. I wonder what it was. Hey, there's a dragon icon on the top of the screen. Elder Gleam Sanctuary. Oh boy. Gosh. You know, that one kind of looks like a uvula. And now I can't unsee it. Oh, hi.
Hello there, friend. You come to enjoy the sights and sounds of this beautiful sanctuary, as I have? Truly remarkable, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's something. Jeez.
Kinnereth humbles us with her beauty. Yes?
Amazing that such beauty could exist in a place as desolate as the volcanic tundra.
What is this place?
You are in Eldergleam Sanctuary. Just a small glimpse of what beauty Kinneret has to offer. Wonderful place, isn't it?
Yes. And that tree, is that Eldergleam?
Yes, my friend. Though no one has been able to get close to her for as long as I can remember.
Why not?
As you can see, Eldergleam's roots are large and stretch far, blocking any path to her trunk. Though, believe it or not, there are rumors of a weapon that even Eldergleam herself would lift her roots for, more out of fear than respect.
You mean this weapon?
The rumors were true. I beg of you, don't harm the tree. Nothing good can come of it.
Okay.
Don't come any closer. I don't want Kinneret to think I'm on your side.
Okay. I just need a little bit of sap to help people. They thought of this. Or did they? No, they thought of this. Hey. Wow. I feel like a jerk. Return to Danica. Okay. I excuse. Okay. Got it. I need to use it. The nettle vein. Okay. Well, okay. Not just for opening up the roots, but also for killing the roots. Okay. Well. Oh. Okay. This is the only way to make the medicine, though, isn't it? Alright. God dang. We got a second health bar. Okay, all right. I'm glad I saved after I killed that guy. Oh, there you go. Not the bees, all the bees. The bees are deadly. They want to eat me. These are my friends. Yes. Ah, darn it. So there's gonna be 2 this time. Well, bees are trees, however, or not. Yes. It's gonna go. Goodbye. Goodbye. Let me do that. Athena really picking a fight with the Lorax's Legion.
Are you feeling sick?
Always. How do I stop having the lock-picking disease? Hi.
Do you have the Elder Gleam sap?
I've got this. You want to come back?
Use it to repair the tree. Thank you so much for all your help. Pray to a god. Okay. Has the Stormcloak uprising affected your duties? Somewhat, yes. At first, it seemed a distant thing, heard only in the idle speech of guards and traders. When the wounded soldiers began to return from battle, I did what I could to help them. As more of the sick and injured came to the temple, my work as a healer became more important than my duties as a priestess. I wish only an end to the fighting, so that I can tend to the temple once more.
You're a priestess of Canarith.
Indeed. The temple here in the city is my charge. The goddess's divine blessings have no doubt helped make Whiterun a thriving and prosperous city. After all, it is she who brings rain to our crops and fair weather on the harvest days.
I can't afford training in anything.
Indeed. The temple here in the city is my charge.
All diseases cures, other blessings removed, blessing of Canarith added. Did I have other blessings on? Increase your stamina by 25 points. Neat.
A fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword in your hands.
Thank you. Alright, but that's a quest done. There is a Redguard woman somewhere in here. A group of men are calling themselves the Alekar, are looking for a Redguard woman in Whiterun. All of the dead. Biography of Berenza, Volume 3, by Sturm Gambroj, Imperial Scribe. In the second volume of the series, it was told how Berenza was kindly welcomed into the new constructed Imperial City by the Emperor Timber Septim and his family, who treated her like a long-lost daughter during her almost 1 year stay. After several happy months there, learning her duties as vassal queen under the Empire, the Imperial General Symmetrus escorted her to Mournhold, where she took up her duties as queen of her people under his wise guidance. Gradually, they came to love one another and were married and crowned in a splendid ceremony at which the Emperor himself officiated. After several hundred years of marriage, a son, Helseth, was born to the royal couple amid celebration and... Did I just read several hundred? Yep, nope, several hundred. Through prayer. Although it was not publicly known at the time, it was shortly before this blessed event that the Staff of Chaos had been stolen from its hiding place deep in the Mournhold mines by a clever, enigmatic bard known as the Nightingale. 8 years after Helseth's birth, Berenza bore a daughter, Morgia, named after Symmetrus's mother, and the royal couple's joy seemed complete. Alas, shortly after that, relations with the Empire mysteriously deteriorated, leading to much civil unrest in Mournhold. After fruitless investigations and attempts at reconciliation, in despair, Berenza took her young children and traveled to the Imperial City herself to seek the ear of the Emperor Ariel Septim the Seventh. Symmetrus remained in Mournhold to deal with the grumblings, peasants, and annoyed nobility, and do what he could to stave off an impending insurrection. During her audience with the Emperor, Berenza, through her magical arts, came to realize to her horror and dismay that the so-called Emperor was an impostor, and none other than the bard Nightingale who had stolen the Staff of Chaos. Exercising great self-control, she concealed this realization from him. That evening, news came that Symmetrus had fallen in battle with the revolting peasants of Mournhold, and that the kingdom had been taken over by the rebels. Berenza, at this point, did not know where to seek help, or from whom. The gods that fateful night were evidently looking out for her as if in redress of her loss. King Adwire of High Rock, an old friend of Uro Septim and Simachus, came by on a social call. He comforted her, pledged his friendship, and furthermore confirmed her suspicions that the Emperor was indeed a fraud, and none other than Jaeger Tharn, the Imperial battle mage and one of the Nightingale's many alter egos. Tharn had supposedly retired in seclusion from public work and installed his assistant, Rhea Silmain, in his stead. The hapless assistant was later put to death under mysterious circumstances, supposedly a plot indicating her had been uncovered, and she had been summarily executed. However, her ghost had appeared to Edwire in a dream and revealed to him that the true Emperor had been kidnapped by Tharn and imprisoned in an alternate dimension. Tharn had then used the Staff of Chaos to kill her when she attempted to warn the Elder Council of his nefarious plot. Together, Edwire and Balzar plotted to gain the false Emperor's confidence. Meanwhile, another friend of Rhea's, known only as the Champion, who apparently possessed great, albeit then untapped potential, was incarcerated at the Imperial dungeons. However, she had access to his dreams, and she told him to bide his time until she could devise a plan that would effect his escape. Then he could begin on his mission to unmask the impostor. Berenza continued to charm and eventually befriended the aristocrat Emperor. By contriving to read his secret diary, she learned that he had broken the Staff of Chaos into 8 pieces and hidden them in far-flung locations scattered amongst Tamriel. She managed to obtain a copy of the key to Aria's friend's cell and bribed a guard to leave it there as if by accident. Their companion, whose name was unknown even to Berenza and Edwire, made his escape through a shift gate Rhea had opened in an obscure corner of the Imperial dungeons, using her already failing powers. The champion was free at last and almost immediately went to work. It took Berenza several more months to learn the hiding places of all 8 staff pieces through snatches of overheard conversations and rare glances at Tharn's diary. Once she had the vital information, however, which she communicated to Rhea forthwith, who in turn passed it on to the champion, she and Edwire lost no time. They fled to Wayrest, his ancestral kingdom in the province of High Rock, where they managed to fend off the sporadic efforts of Tharn's henchmen to haul them back to the Imperial City, or at the very least obtain revenge. Tharn, whatever else might be said of him, was no one's fool save perhaps Berenza's, and he concentrated most of his efforts towards tracking down and destroying the champion. As all know now, the courage indefatigable, I don't know that word, and forever nameless champion was successful in reuniting the 8 sundered pieces of the Staff of Chaos. With it, he destroyed Tharn and rescued the true Emperor, Uro Septim VII, allowing what has come to be known as the Restoration. A grand state memorial service was held for Skyrim at the Imperial City, befitting the man who had served the Septim dynasty for so long and so well. Berenza and good King Edwire had come to care deeply for one another during their trials and adventures, and were married in the same year shortly after their flight from the Imperial City. Her 2 children from her previous marriage with Skyrim remained with her, and a regent was appointed to rule Mournhold in her absence. Up to the present time, Queen Berenza has been in Wayrest with Prince Helseth and Princess Moringa. She plans to return to Mournhold after Edwire's death. Since he is already elderly when they wed, she knows that that event, alas, could not be far off as the elves reckon time. Until then, she shares in the government of the Kingdom of Wayrest with her husband, and seems glad and content with her finally quiet and happily unremarkable life. Myths of Sheogorath. Sheogorath invents music. In the earliest of days, unremarkable. In the earliest of days, in a time when the world was still raw, Sheogorath decided to walk amongst the mortals. He donned his guise of gentleman with a cane and moved from place to place without it being recognized. After 11 days and 11 nights, Sheogorath decided that life among mortals was even more boring than his otherworldly existence. What can I do to make their lives more interesting? He said to himself. At that same moment, a young woman nearby commented wistfully to herself, "Sounds of the birds are so beautiful." Sheogorath silently agreed with her. Mortals could not make the beautiful and inspired calls of birds. Their voices were wretched and mundane. He could not change the nature of mortals, for that was the purview of other Daedric princes. However, he could give them tools to make beautiful sounds. Sheogorath took hold of the petulant woman and ripped her asunder. From her tendons she made lutes. From her skull and arm bones she made a drum. From her bones she made flutes. She presented these gifts to the mortals, and thus music was born. Okay. Dang. That escalated quickly. Sheogorath, the King Lyander. King Lyander was known to be an exceedingly rational man. He lived in a palace that was a small, simple structure, unadorned with art and ugly to look upon. "I do not need more than this," he would say. "Why spend my gold on such luxuries when I can spend it on my armies or great public works?" Gives shindig a whole new meaning. His kingdom prospered under his sensible rule. However, the people did not always share the king's sense of practicality. They would build houses that were beautiful to look upon, although not necessarily very practical. They devoted time and energy to work of arts. They would celebrate events with lavish festivals. In general, they were quite happy. King Lyander was disappointed that more of them did not follow his example and lead frugal, sensible lives. He brooded on this for many years. Finally, he decided that his subjects simply didn't understand how much more they could accomplish if they didn't waste time on those frivolous activities. Perhaps, he reasoned, they just needed more examples. The king decreed that all new buildings must be simple, unadorned, and no larger than was necessary for their function. The people were not happy about this, but they liked their king and respected the new law. In a few short years, there were more plain buildings than ornate ones. The citizens used the money saved to make and buy even more lavish art and hold even more excessive celebrations. Once again, King Lyander decided to provide them a strict example of how beneficial it would be to use their time and resources for more practical purposes. He banned all works of art in the city. People were quite put out by this, but they knew that their king was doing what he thought was best for them. However, human nature is not so easily denied. In a few more years, the city was filled with simple buildings, and devoid of any sort of art. However, the people now had even more money and time to devote to their parties and festivals. With a heavy heart, King Lyander decided that his people were to be treated like children, and like all children, they needed rules and discipline laid down by great figures of authority to make them understand what was truly important in life. He decreed that there should be no revelry in the city. Singing, dancing, and music were all banned. Even food and drink were limited to water and simple foodstuffs. The people had had enough. Revolt was out of the question since King Lyander had a very well-trained and equipped army. They visited the shrines and temples in droves, praying to all the gods, and even to some of the Daedric princes, that King Lyander would revoke these new oppressive laws. Sheogorath heard their pleas and decided to visit King Lyander. He appeared to the king in his dreams as a field of flowers, each with arms instead of petals, and the face of the mad god in the center. "I am Lord of the Creative and Lord of the Deranged. Since you have no use of my gifts of creativity, I have decided to bless you with an abundance of my other gift." From that day forward, every child born in the city was born into madness. Since infants do not reveal illnesses of the mind, it was several years before this was realized. The king's own son was among the victims, suffering from seizures and delusions. Yet King Leander refused to change his ways. When his son, Glint, was 12 years old, he stabbed his father while Leander was sleeping. This was with his dying breath. King Leander asked why. His son replied, "It is the most practical thing I could do." The new young king ordered all the palace servants slaughtered. He ordered a grand festival to celebrate his new reign and a repeal of Leander's laws. He served the crowds a stew made from the carcasses of the palace servants. He ordered the east-facing walls of every building painted red and the west-facing walls painted in stripes. He decreed that all citizens wear ornate masks at the backs of their heads. He then burned down the palace and began construction of a new one. In the new palace, the young king ordered his personal chambers to not have any doors, for fear that small woodland creatures would attack him. He ordered that it have no windows for fear that the sun and moon were jealous of him and plotting his death. And thus ended the line of King Leander. The people of the city returned to the grand works of art. In raucous celebrations, they talked and acted as if they still had a living king, and even kept up the palace, using it to house and care for their mad children. Sheogorath was mightily pleased with this outcome. From that day forward, the city was blessed with more than the normal amount of gifted artists and deranged citizens. The contest of wills. A mighty wizard named Ravate once walked the winds of time to find Lord Sheogoth. His intent was to win a favor from this most capricious of the Daedric princes. Upon finding Sheogorath, Ravate spoke humbly to him. "Lord Sheogorath, I beg a favor of you. I would gladly drive 1,000 men mad in your name, if you would but grant me the greater magical powers." Fortunately for Ravate, Sheogorath was in a playful mood. He proposed a game. "I will grant your wish, if you are still the same in 3 days. During that time, I will do my utmost to drive you mad. It shall be great fun." Ravate was not so certain that he liked this new deal. He'd been really looking forward to driving 1,000 men mad. "Lord Sheogorath, I regret having disturbed you with my shallow, shellfish request. I withdraw my unfortunate plea and will humbly leave this place." Sheogorath just laughed. "Too late, my mighty Ravate. The game is afoot, and you must play." Ravate fled, only to find that all exits from the Daedric remain were now sealed. He wandered aimlessly, constantly looking over his shoulder, jumping at every noise. Each moment brought new terror as he waited for Sheogorath to begin. After 3 days, Ravate was convinced that nearly every plant and animal was a tool of Sheogorath. He hadn't eaten or drunk for fear that Sheogorath had poisoned the food or drink. He hadn't slept for fear of Sheogorath invading his dreams, which was foolish, as dreams are the domain of Vermina. May she grant us all restful sleep. It was then that Sheogorath appeared to him. Ravate cried out, "You have set the whole world to watching me. Every creature and plant are doing your bidding to drive me mad." Sheogorath replied, "Actually, I have done nothing. You have driven yourself mad with your fears. Your delusions prove that you are truly deranged, and therefore I win. While you wanted to make 1,000 men mad, I only wanted to break one man's mind. Yours." From that day forward, Ravate served Sheogorath's every whim. Whenever daring travelers try to approach Sheogorath, Ravate warns them, "Sheogorath is already inside each of us. You have already lost." Okay. Alright, that's one way to punish a king and his innocent people, and on that, I'm heading off. Night, y'all. Good night, Spyro! Sleep well! The Real Barenza, Volume 2. Barenza and Straw settled into Riften for the winter, taking a cheap room in the slummier section of town. Barenza wanted to join the Thieves Guild, knowing there would be trouble if she were caught freelancing. One day in a bar room, she caught the eye of an unknown member of the guild, a bold young Khajiit named Varys. She offered to bet him if he would sponsor her membership. He looked her over, grinning and agreed, and said she'd still have to pass an initiation. What sort of initiation? Ah, Varys said. Pay up first, sweetness. This passage has been censored by the Order of the Temple. Thank you. Thank you, Order of the Temple. Straw was going to kill her, and maybe Varys too. What in Tamriel had possessed her to do such a thing? She cast an apprehensive look around the room, but the other patrons had lost interest and gone back to their own business. She did not recognize any of them. This wasn't the inn she and Straw were staying. With luck, it'd be a while or never before Straw found out. Varys was by far the most exciting and attractive man she had met yet. He not only told her about the skills she needed to become a member of the Thieves Guild, but also trained her in them himself, or else introduced her to the people who could. Among these was a woman who knew something about the magic. Thriska was a plump and matronly Nord. She was married to a smith, had 2 teenage children, and was perfectly ordinary and respectable. Except that she was very fond of cats, and by logical inference, their humanoid counterparts, the Khajiit. Had a talent for certain kinds of magic, and cultivated rather odd friends. She taught Berenza an invisibility spell, and schooled her in other forms of stealth and disguise. Karishta mingled magic and non-magical talents freely, using one set to enhance the other. She was not a member of the Thieves Guild, but was fond of Theris in a motherly sort of way. Berenza warmed to her as she had never had towards any woman, and over the next few weeks she told Rakeska about herself. She brought Straw there too sometimes. Straw approved of Ratiska, but not of Theris. Theris found Straw interesting and suggested Berenza that they arrange what he called a threesome. Absolutely not, Berenza said firmly, grateful that Theris had broached the subject in private for once. He wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it. Theris smiled his charming triangular feline smile and sprawled lazily on his chair, stretching his limbs and curling his tail. You might be surprised, both of you. Herring is so boring. Berenza answered him with a glare. Or maybe you wouldn't like it with that country bumpkin of yours, sweetness. Would you mind if I brought along another? What the heck am I reading? I thought there was only one raunchy novel. I would if you're bored with me, and you and your friend can find someone else. She was a member of the Thieves Guild. Now she had passed their initiation. She found Theris useful but not essential. Maybe she was a bit bored with him too. I love story time. Yay! She talked to Latiska about her problems with men, or what she thought of as her problems with men. Latiska shook her head and told her she was looking for love, not sex, and that she'd know the right man when she found him, but neither Straw nor Theris was the right one for her. Berenza cocked her head to one side, questioning quizzically. They say dark elven women are something? Oh, no, why would they say that about you? Oh, poor baby, she said, although she was dubious. You mean promiscuous, although sometimes do become the other thing, I suppose, Ramiska said as an afterthought. Elves are promiscuous when they're young, but you'll outgrow it. Perhaps you're beginning to already, she added hopefully. She liked Berenza, had grown to be quite fond of her. You ought to meet some nice elven boys, though. If you go on keeping company with Khajiits and humans and what have you, you'll find yourself pregnant in next to no time. Berenza smiled involuntarily at the thought. I'd like that, I think. But it would be inconvenient, wouldn't it? Babies are a lot of trouble, and I don't even have my own house yet. How old are you, Barry? 17? Well, you've a year or two before you're fertile, unless you're very unlucky. Elves don't have children readily with other elves after that. Even so, you'll be all right if you stick with them. Berenza remembered something else. Straw wants to buy a farm and marry me. Is that what you want? No, not yet. Maybe someday. Yes, someday, but not if I can't be queen. And not just any queen. The Queen of Mournhold. She said this determinedly, almost stubbornly, as if to drown out any doubt. Francisca chose to ignore this last comment. She was amused by the girl's hyperactive imagination, took it as a sign of a well-functioning mind. I think Straw will be a very old man before Sunday comes, Barry. Elves live for a very long time. Francisca's face briefly wore the envious, wistful look humans got when contemplating the 1,000-year lifespan elves had been granted by the gods. True, few ever actually lived that long as disease and violence took their respective tolls, but they could, and one or two of them actually did. I like old men too, Barry said. Francisca laughed. Barenza fidgeted impatiently while Ferris sorted through the papers on the desk. He was being meticulous and methodical, carefully replacing everything just as he'd found it. They'd broken into a nobleman's house, leaving Straw to hover outside as lookout. Ferris had said it was a simple job, but very hush-hush. He hadn't even wanted to bring any other guild members along. He said he knew he could trust Barry and Straw, but no one else. Tell me what you're looking for, and I'll find it, Barry whispered urgently. Ferris's night sight wasn't as good as hers, and he didn't want her to magic up even a small orb of light. She had never been in such a luxurious place. Not even the Darkmoor Castle at Count Sven and Lady Inga's were as she had spent her childhood compared to it. She'd gazed around in wonder as they made their way through the ornately decorated and hugely echoing downstairs rooms. But Theris didn't seem interested in anything but the desk and the small book-lined study on the upper floor. He hissed angrily. Someone's coming, Barry said, a moment before the door opened and two dark figures stepped into the room. Theris gave her a violent shove towards them and sprang to the window. Barenza's muscles went rigid. She couldn't move or even speak. She watched helplessly as one of the figures, the smaller one, leaped after Theris. There were two quick, silent stabs of blue light, then Theris folded over in a still heap. Outside the study, the house had come alive with hastening footsteps and voices calling out in alarm and the clank of armor hurriedly put on. The bigger man, a dark elf by the looks of him, half lifted, half dragged Theris to the door and thrust him into the waiting arms of another elf. A jerk of the first elf's head sent his smaller blue-robed companion after them. Then he sauntered over to inspect Barenza, who was once again able to move, although her head throbbed maddeningly when she tried to. Excuse what? The elf said. Barenza gawked at him and clutched it closed. You're a girl, aren't you, Barry? He said softly. You should have stopped dressing as a boy months ago, you know. You were only drawing attention to yourself. And calling yourself Barry. Is your French Straw too stupid to remember anything else? It is a common elven name, Barenza defended. The man shook his head sadly. Not among dark elves it isn't, my dear. But you wouldn't know much about dark elves, would you? I regret that, but that couldn't be helped, no matter. I shall try to remedy it. Who are you? Barenza demanded. So much for fame. The man shrugged, smiling wryly. I am Symmachus, Milady Barenza, General Symmachus of His Awesome and Terrible Majesty to Timber Septim the First Imperial Army, and I must say it's a merry chase you've led me throughout Tamriel. Or this part of it, anyway. Although I guessed correctly, that you'd head for Morrowind eventually. You had a bit of luck. A body was found in Whiterun that was thought to be Straw's. So we stopped looking for the pair of you. That was careless of me. Yet I'd not have thought you'd have stayed together this long. Where is he? Is he all right? She asked in genuine trepidation. Oh, he's fine, for now. In custody, of course. He turned away. You care for him, then? He said, and then suddenly stared at her with fierce curiosity, out of red eyes that seemed strange to her except in her own seldom-seen reflection. He's my friend, Barenza said. The words came out in a tone that sounded dull and hopeless to her own ears. Symmachus, a general in the Imperial Army no less, said to have the friendship and ears of Timber Septim himself. Aye, you seem to have several unsuitable friends, if you'll forgive me for saying so, my lady. Stop calling me that! She was irritated at the general's seeming sarcasm, but he only smiled. As they talked, the bustle and flurry of the house died away, although she could still hear people, presumably the residents, whispering together not far off. The tall elf perched himself in a corner of the desk, He seemed quite relaxed and prepared to stay a while. Then it occurred to her. Several unsuitable friends, had he said. That man knew all about her, or seemed to know enough anyway, which amounted to the same thing. What's going to happen to them? To me? As you know, this house belongs to the commander of the Imperial troops in this area, which means to say that it belongs to me. Varenza gasped and Samatus looked up sharply. What, you didn't know? Oh, why, you are rash. My lady, even for 17, you must always know what it is you do or get yourself into. But the guild wouldn't have... Varenza was trembling. The Thieves' Guild would never have attempted a mission that crossed Imperial policy. No one dared oppose Timber Septim, at least no one she knew of. Someone at the guild had bungled, badly, and now she was going to pay for it. I dare say, it's unlikely that Ferris had guild approval for this. In fact, I wonder. Samatus examined the desk carefully, pulling out drawers. He selected one, placed it on top of the desk, and removed a false bottom. There was a folded sheet of parchment inside. It seemed to be a map of some sorts. Varenza edged closer. Samatus held it away from her, laughing. Rash indeed! He glanced over, then folded and replaced it. You advised me a moment ago to seek after knowledge. So I did. Suddenly, he seemed to be in high good humor. We must be going, my dear lady. He shepherded her to the door, down the stairs and out into the night air. No one was about. Varenza's eyes darted towards the shadows. She wondered if she could outrun him, or elude him somehow. You're not thinking of attempting escape, are you? Don't you want to first hear what my plans for you are? She thought that he sounded a bit hurt. Now that you mention it, yes. Perhaps you'd rather hear about your friends first. No. He looked gratified at this. It was evident that the answer he wanted, though Varenza thought Varenza, but it was also the truth. While she was concerned for her friends, especially Straw, she was more concerned for herself. You will make your place as the rightful queen of Mournhold. Samatus explained that this had been his and Timber Septim's plan for her all along. That Mournhold, which had been under military rule for the dozen or so years since she had been away, was gradually to be returned to civilian government, under the Empire's guidance, of course, and as part of the Imperial province of Morrowind. But why was I sent to Darkmoor? Varenza asked, hardly believing anything she had been told. For safekeeping, naturally. Why did you run away? Varenza shrugged. I saw no reason to stay. I should have been told. You would have been by now. I had in fact sent for you to be removed to the Imperial City to spend some time as part of the Emperor's household. But of course you had, shall we say, absconded by then. As for your destiny, it should be, and should have been, quite obvious to you. Timber Septim does not keep those he has no use for. And what else could you be that would be of use to him? I know nothing of him, nor, for that matter, of you. Then know this. Timber Septim rewards friends and foes alike according to their deserts. Varenza chewed on that for a few moments. Straw has deserved well of me and has never done anyone any harm. He's not a member of the Thieves' Guild. He came along to protect me. He earns our keep by running errands, and he... Semenchus waved her impatiently to silence. I know all about Straw, he said, and about Theris. He stared at her intently. So? What would you? She took a deep breath. Straw wants a little farm. If I'm to be rich, then I would like for one to be given to him. Very well. He seems astonished at this, and then pleased. Done. You shall have it. And Theris? He betrayed me, Varenza said coldly. Theris should have told her what risks the job entailed. Besides, he pushed her right into their enemy's arms in an attempt to save himself. Not a man to be rewarded. Not, in fact, a man to be trusted. Yes, and? Well, he should be made to suffer for it. Shouldn't he? That seems reasonable. What form should said suffering take? Varenza balled her hands into fists. She would have liked to beat and claw the Khajiit herself, But considering the turn of events had taken, that didn't seem very queenly. A whipping. Would 20 stripes be too many, do you think? I don't want to do him any permanent injury, you understand. Just teach him a lesson. Aye, of course. Semachus grinned at this. Then his features suddenly set and became serious. It shall be done, your highness, Milady Queen Varenza of Mournhold. Then he bowed to her, a sweeping, courtly, ridiculously wonderful bow. Varenza's heart leapt. She spent 2 days at Semachus' apartment, during which she was kept very busy. There was a dark elven woman named Darlene who saw to her needs, although she did not exactly seem a servant since she took her meals with them, nor did she seem to be Semachus' wife or lover. Darlene looked amused when Varenza asked her about it. She simply said she was in the general's employ and did whatever he was asked of her. With Darlene's assistance, several fine gowns and pairs of shoes were ordered for her, plus a riding habit and boots, along with other small necessities. Varenza was given a room to herself. Semachus was out a great deal. She saw him out at most meal times, but he said little about himself or what he had been doing. He was cordial and polite, quite willing to converse on most subjects and seemed interested in anything she had to say. Darlene was much the same. Varenza found them pleasant enough, but hard to get to know, as Carista would have put it. She felt an odd twinge of disappointment. These were the first dark elves with whom she'd associated with closely. She had expected to feel more comfortable with them, to feel at last that she belonged somewhere with someone as part of something. Instead, she found herself yearning for her Nordic friends, Riska and Straw. When Semachus told her that they were to set out for the Imperial City on the morrow, she asked if she could say goodbye to them. Riska, he asked. Aye, but then I suppose I owe her something. She it was who led me to you by telling me of a lonely dark elven girl named Barry who needed elven friends, and who sometimes dressed as a boy. She had no association with Thieves' Guild, apparently, and no one associated with the Thieves' Guild seems to know your true identity, save Theris. That as well. I prefer that your former guild membership not be made public knowledge. Please speak of it to no one, your highness. Such a past does not become an imperial queen. No one knows but Straw and Theris, and they won't tell anyone. No. He smiled a curious little smile. No, they won't. He didn't know that Artiska knew then, but still, there was something about the way he said it. Straw came to their apartment on the morning of their departure. They were left alone in the saloon, although Varenza knew that other elves were within earshot. He looked drawn and pale. They hugged one another silently for a few minutes. Straw's shoulders were shaking and tears were flowing down his cheeks, but he said nothing. Varenza tried to smile. So we both get what we want, eh? I am to be the Queen of Mournhold, and you'll be lord of your own farmstead. She took his hand, smiled at him warmly, genuinely. I'll write to you, Straw. I promise. You must find a scribe so you can write me too. Straw shook his head sadly. Then Varenza persisted. He opened his mouth and pointed at it, making inarticulate noises. Then she realized what it was. His tongue was gone, had been cut off. Varenza collapsed into a chair and wept noisily. But why? She demanded of Semachus when Straw had been ushered away. Why? Semachus shrugged. He knows too much. He could be dangerous. At least he's alive and he won't need his tongue to race pigs or whatever. I hate you! Varenza screamed at him, then abruptly doubled over and vomited on the floor. She continued to revile him between intermittent bouts of nausea. He listened stolidly for some time while Dredeline cleaned up after her. Finally, he told her to cease or he would gag her for her journey to the Empire. They stopped at Riskiska's house on the way out of the city. Semachus and Dredeline didn't dismount. All seemed normal, but Varenza was frightened as she knocked on the door. But she answered the knock. Varenza thanked the gods silently that at least she was all right. But she also obviously been weeping. In any case, she embraced Varenza warmly. Why are you crying? Varenza asked. For Theris, of course. You haven't heard. Oh dear. Oh, poor Theris, he's dead. Forenza felt icy fingers creeping around her heart. He was caught stealing from the commandant's house. Poor fellow, but that was so foolish of him. Oh, Barry, he was drawn and quartered this very dawn by the commandant's order. She started to sob. I went. He asked for me. It was terrible. He suffered so before he died. I'll never forget it. I looked for you in Straw, but no one knew where you'd both gone to. He glanced behind Veranza. That's the commandant, isn't it? Samantius. Then Ratiska did a strange thing. She stopped crying and grinned. You know, the moment I saw him, I thought, this is the one for Veranza. Ratiska took a fold of her apron and wiped it across her eyes. I told him about you, you know. Yes, Veranza said. I know. She took Veranska's hand in each of hers and looked at her earnestly. Ratiska, I love you. I'm going to miss you. But please don't ever tell anyone else anything about me. Ever. Swear you won't, especially not to Scamatus. And look after Straw for me. Promise me that. Ratiska promised, puzzled though willing. Barry, it wasn't somehow because of me that Theris was caught, was it? I never said anything about Theris to him. She glanced over at the general. Veranza assured her that it wasn't. That the informant had told the Imperial Guard of Theris' plans, which was probably a lie, but she could see that Kareska plainly needed some kind of comfort. Oh, I'm glad of that. If I can be glad of anything just now. I'd hate to think, but how could I have known? She leaned over and whispered in Baron's ears. Samantius is very handsome, don't you think? And so charming. I wouldn't know about that, Veranza said dryly. I haven't really thought about it. There've been other things to think about. She explained hurriedly about being Queen of Mournhold and going to live in the Imperial City for a while. He was looking for me, that's all, on orders from the Emperor. I was the subject of a quest, nothing more than some sort of a goal. I don't think he thinks of me as a woman at all. He said I don't look like a boy, though. She added in the face of Ratiska's incredulity. Ratiska knew that Veranza evaluated every male she met in terms of sexual desirability and availability. I suppose it's the shock of finding out that I really am a queen, she added, and Ratiska agreed that yes, that's true. That must have been something of a shock, although there was no likelihood of her experiencing firsthand. She smiled. Veranza smiled with her. Then they hugged again, tearfully for the last time. She never saw Ratiska again. Or Straw. The royal party left Riften by the great southern gate. Once, though, through, Samaskus tapped her shoulder and pointed back at the portals. I thought you might want to say goodbye to Theris too, Your Highness, he said. Veranza stared briefly but steadily at the head impaled on the stake above the gate. The birds had been at it, but the face was still unrecognizable. I don't think he'll hear me, although I'm quite sure he'll be pleased to know I'm fine, she said, seeming to sound light. Let's be on our way, General, shall we? Samatris was clearly disappointed by her lack of reaction. Aye, you heard of this from your friend Ratiska, I suppose. You suppose correctly. She attended the execution. Veranza said casually. If he didn't know already, he'd find out soon enough. She was sure of that. Did she know Theris belonged to the guild? She shrugged. Everyone knew that. It's only lower-ranking members like me who are supposed to keep their membership secret. The ones higher up are well known. She turned to smile archly at him. But you must know all that, shouldn't you, General? She said sweetly. He seemed unaffected by this. So you told her who you were and whence you came, but not about the guild. The guild membership was not my secret to tell. The other was. There's a difference. Besides, Ratiska is a very honest woman. Had I told her, it would have lessened me in her eyes. She was always like Theris always after Theris to take up a more honest line of work. I value her good opinion. She offered him a glacial stare. Not that it's any concern of yours, but do you know what else she thought? She also thought I'd be happier if I settled down with just one man. One of my own race with all the right qualities, who knows to say all the right things. You, in fact. She grabbed the reins preparatory to assuming a brisker pace, but not without sinking one final irresistible barb. Isn't it odd how some wishes come true sometimes? but not in the way you want them to. Or maybe I should say, not in the way you would ever want them to. His answer so took her by surprise that she quite forgot about cantering off. Yes, very odd, he replied, and his tone matched his words exactly. Then he excused himself and fell behind. She held her head high and urged her mount onward, trying to look unimpressed. Now, what was it about his response that bothered her? Not what he said, no, that wasn't it. But something about the way he said it. Something about it made her think that she, Varenza, was one of his wishes that had come true. Unlikely as this seemed, she gave it due deliberation. He had found her at last, after months of searching, it seemed, under pressure from the Emperor, no doubt. But his wish had come true. Yes, that must be it. But in a way, apparently not altogether to his liking. Okay. Wow. There's a lot of books here. I'm not going to read all these books right now. My throat's going to die before I finish writing them all. Finish reading them all. Right? Did I say writing them all? I'm not writing them. Whiterun Catacombs. Understood. Oh! I did it bad.
Someone do something. Is someone there? No sign of him.
I did a bad thing. I did a bad thing, John Battleborn.
You know what's wrong with Skyrim these days? Everyone is obsessed with death.
I did a bad thing. And it autosaved when I entered. Beep. Beep. I did a bad thing. No, now my throat's rather sore. Partly because I read so much. You know what? We've been going for 3 hours. That's a lot of time, honestly. Let me save. I think now is as good a time as any to end off stream, don't you, chat? Alright, thank you all very much for joining me today. It has been great fun. I have a goal to hit 1,000 followers this year. So if you enjoyed the stream and haven't already, do feel free to follow or subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube. Yeah. Let's see who's out and about today. Devil Hunter. Devil Hunter's out and about. I want to raid Devil Hunter. Yeah, let's raid Devil Hunter. Tomorrow I will be playing Goat Simulator 3. And I hope you will all hop in for it. Yeah. Right. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.